There was a comment online that said that your North Face is not vegan. Let's show me the truth. Tell me the truth, Lauren.
It's made out of nylon and polyester.
How do you know?
You can check the tag.
Oh, this is the one you were wearing yesterday?
Yes.
Don't lie to me. There was some guy on the internet that said that this is not vegan. Oh no. Where does it say?
Right here.
Okay, this moment of truth, Lauren. You can come clean now. Shell, 100% nylon lining, 100% nylon insulation, 100% polyester. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. What does it mean, Lauren?
It's made out of plastic.
Oh no, plastic is not vegan. I don't know. And this guy said that gorillas are in ketosis, and I believe him because he speaks about science. I'm going to my room. What's going on here?
Cleaning the toilets.
Do you have carbs today?
I've had lots of carbs today.
Just eating the bulk of these foods. So 5 days ago, I had 2 sugars, 2 rices, 2 beans, and 2 pastas. So pretty much I'm still good for another week. I wouldn't have to spend any more money. I could just eat out of this. But like I said in the other videos, I'm using what I have at my disposal. So these frozen vegetables, they're very cheap, and I plan on using some for my meal. And I have some that are still unopened. So these are probably I would say $2 a bag, and we've got a nice variety. And yeah, just be creative. Don't worry too much on the details. I appreciate that some of you might be interested to learn how to eat on a budget, but it's very easy once you have a system down. And again, I ran out of balsamic vinegar. I had to restock, but this lasts a pretty long time. And also, if you buy for the whole month, or if you prepare your shopping in advance, you're able to stock up and have, ideally, I don't really have to spend any money. Like, I don't know how much would this cost, right? Like beans, rice, tomato pastes. Let's say this is under 60. I'm pretty sure it's under $60, and you have food here for the rest, for like 2 months, basically. You just have to be creative. You can use the frozen veggies. I am stocked up on sugar, so I don't really need to go to the grocery store. I do so as a drill to show you guys how easy and how cheap this can be done. So we've got some red beans. I've soaked them overnight, and we're gonna cook those. And I think we're gonna cook the rest of this rice and use the sugar to make the sauces. So I've cut the sweet potato into these little sliders. Like I said before, I cut them or I slice them in the middle so that they cook even in the oven. And yeah, I'm gonna put them in a tray. And yeah, we're gonna have some potato sliders with beans and rice. And for breakfast this morning, I already had my banana smoothie. It was about this much of bananas, so 5 bananas. Maybe that's €1. So $1.50. And because I haven't really spent money yet, because this was from episode 1, all this food that cost me around $12 total. If you do the math, that is less than $2 a day. I'm going to mix that with the rice, and this is going to be my lunch. And I'm sure there's a lot of beans in here, so I'm sure I'm going to have leftovers for dinner and possibly lunch tomorrow too. So this is very cheap. And I'm also sure that Lauren is going to have a bit of the beans or a bit of the rice, a bit of the sweet potatoes. So if you have a family, if you're in a relationship, you can feed so many people. Like I theoretically could host a dinner party tonight and just cook up the pasta. This is 80 cents. The whole rice, I would be doubtful if a whole dinner party can finish this whole bag of rice, which costs $2. And I could still cook up these beans and the rest of these red beans. And I have sugar here, and I have sugar stashed in the pantry that could really feed a whole family. I could host the whole neighborhood and have a carb party. You know the drill. We're going to season the potatoes, so onion powder. Lots of onion powder. You can use oregano, you can use all sorts of spices. And this is also boosting your micronutrient intake. Again, I have not bought new packets. I'm still using the old packets. They last a long time. Sweet pepper. Done like so. Boom. Nice. It smells good already. A little bit of garlic powder, just a touch. Boom. Nice. And the final piece, curry powder. Not too much, just a little bit. Just a little drizzle. Wow. Again, very nutritious. And voila, they go in the oven. So the potatoes are in the oven. I will wait for the rice to cook once the beans are ready. And we're going to have a feast. What do you think, Mr. Rico? Is the North Face vegan? What do you like it? You want to use it as a little bed? Okay. But I don't think it's vegan because some guy said so on the internet. Okay, guys, all jokes aside, I am going to come clean because Mr. Rico's food, his little cereal here, is not vegan. Let's have a look. Low carbohydrate, high protein of animal origin, no gluten, maize, wheat, soya, beef, or egg. And this is to prevent dissolution and prevention of struviate and oxalate crystals. I wonder why a carnivore has to prevent oxalate crystals from forming, right? And Rico was my mother's cat. And when my mother passed away, I inherited the responsibility to take care of this animal. So if this makes me not a vegan anymore, please take my vegan card and revoke it. I am now a vegetarian, I guess, per definition, and I also drive a car. So technically, fossil fuels are of animal origin. If we go with the science, wink, wink, it's dinosaurs, wink, wink. So I guess I can't drive a car anymore and I can't catch the bus. Yeah. Thank you guys for your understanding. Cats are carnivores, and if I have to take care of my cat, I have to give it the best food available for him. This was the food that my mother always gave him, so God rest her soul. Rest in peace, Mom. I love you. I have always loved you, and I will always love you. Thank you. And while we wait for the beans and rice and potatoes to cook, let me tell you a story of a lesson that one of my senseis taught me. There was a spider. And this spider made a web. And one day, a pretty little butterfly got caught in the web. And little Johnny wanted to save the butterfly. But Sensei explains something very real. If we try to save the butterfly, the spider will be hungry and will eventually starve. And if we let the butterfly get caught in the spider web, the butterfly will be gone. So we are faced with a dilemma. Do not interfere in the process of nature. So if Rico, our little cat buddy, requires meat for his sustenance, who am I to deny him that? Well, I could just free him and let him go. Be free, Rico. Go out and catch mice on your own. But out there, the cat police will neuter him, which is also unethical. So Rico will be our guest, or actually, we are his guests, because it is really Rico's house. And all we can do is hope no more butterflies get caught in the spider web. And maybe spiders can learn how to farm their rice so that they will not be hungry, like little Johnny. You see, little Johnny is a vegan, and vegans believe that sunlight is the power that feeds the plants. And plants grow up to be big and strong, so that little Johnny can have his apple. So that's the circle of life. The sun gives its energy to the plant gives its energy to the fruit, and the fruit gives its energy to little Johnny. Go on, little Johnny, fly away, and be careful, because many spider webs are out there. While we wait for ChatGPT to load, we are checking on the beans. Nice. Maybe a few more minutes. That is a cow. Or we would say a bull. The bull eats grass. And grass is his favorite food, which is nourished by the sun. The sunlight gives its energy to the grass, and the grass transmute that energy into sugars, that the cow will consume. There you go, little cow. Have some grass. How much grass does one cow consume every day? How much grass does one cow consume daily? A typical cow eats about 2 to 3% of its body weight in dry matter per day. For an average adult cow, if the body weight is around 500 to 700 kilograms, or 1,000 to 1,500 pounds, dry matter intake is 10 kilograms, 10 to 20 kilograms of dry feed per day. Fresh grass is mostly water, about 75 to 85% moisture. So when converted to fresh pasture, fresh grass consumed daily roughly 40 to 70 kilograms. Quick rule of thumb. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so 50 kilograms of fresh grass per day. Let's ask it another question. How much sugars are present in 50 kilograms of grass? Sugar content in grass varies by species, season, and sunlight. Water-soluble carbohydrates, plant sugars like glucose, fructans, and sucrose, usually make up 8 to 20% of dry matter. Estimated sugar amount, from 10 kilograms, low estimate, 0.8 kilograms of sugar. Medium estimate, 1.2 to 1.5 kilograms of sugar. High estimate, 2 kilograms of sugar. Final estimate, 50 kilograms of fresh grass contains roughly 2 kilograms of sugars, with 1.3 to 1.5 kilograms being a realistic average under good growing conditions. So one adult cow consumes roughly 1 kilogram of sugar every day. Wow, that's a lot of sugar for one big cow. Most humans don't even eat 1 kilogram of sugar every day, although many athletes achieve these amounts or more. So let's ask the final question. Are cows in ketosis? Short answer, usually no. Most cows are not in ketosis, but they can enter ketosis in certain conditions, especially dairy cows after calving. Cows eat grass and are not typically in nutritional ketosis like humans on a ketogenic diet. Even though they eat very low fat and modest sugars, their metabolism is different because they are ruminants. Grass sugars and fibers are fermented in the rumen. Microbes convert carbohydrates or volatile fatty acids, acetate, propionate, butyrate. These fatty acids, not glucose, are the cow's main fuel source. The liver converts propionate to glucose via glucose neogenesis, so cow maintains good blood sugar without eating dietary glucose. A dairy cow in ketosis, a disease state. Cows can develop ketosis, but this is considered a metabolic disorder, not a healthy state. Wow. Are gorillas in ketosis? No, gorillas are not in ketosis under normal conditions. Even though gorillas eat a very low-fat diet and relatively simple sugars compared to humans, their metabolism, like other great apes and many herbivores, does not operate in a ketogenic mode. Here's why. What gorillas actually eat: leaves, stems, shoots, bark, pith, some fruit, more for lowland gorillas. This diet is high in fiber, low in fat, moderate in total carbohydrates, mostly structural carbs, not sugars. Gorillas have a large hindgut, or colon, fermentation system. These gut microbiomes ferment fiber into short-chain fatty acids. These provide the majority of their calories, sometimes 30 to 60%. This gives them a steady energy supply. Glucose reduced from propionate by a gluconeogenesis, direct fuel. Because of this, they are not dependent on ketones for energy. When would a gorilla enter ketosis? Only in abnormal situations like starvation, severe illness, or prolonged food shortage. Just like humans, ketosis would be a fallback state, not a baseline state. Wow. Okay, let's ask it one more question. What about small monkeys? Most small monkeys are also not in ketosis,
But unlike gorillas, who rely heavily on fiber fermentation, small monkeys usually run on direct dietary carbohydrates, especially sugars from fruits. Their metabolism is actually much closer to a high-carb human diet than to cows or gorillas.
Welcome to the video, how to be vegan on $2 a day. All right, $2 times 7 days a week. That gives us a budget of $14 every week. Now, 14 times 2, if I don't know my math, is 28. So every 2 weeks, we can spend $28. And if we go by 2 times 30 days in a month, right? We can get a budget of $60 every month. Now, $60 every month will buy you a heck load of sugar, a heck load of pasta, rice, potatoes. You boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. You can also get beans. And we can get frozen veggies. That's right. Frozen veggies are cheap. What else are we missing? So, I know an idea. We can have vinegar and we mix that with tomato paste. Now we got a good sugar tomato paste. We've got pasta, rice, potatoes. We've got beans. We've got veggies. We've got vinegar. Yeah, that's right, Rico. And you got your food, which is quite expensive. So if you're vegan, do not get a cat. If you do have a cat, please feed him his natural species-specific diet. The cereal does the trick, but we can also give him some cans. Who goes there? Rico is awarded a fish and salmon mousse. If you ask me, it smells like absolute ass. So that is not human food. This is cat food. And if you feed your cat vegan food, you are technically not vegan because that is animal rights abuse. Getting some of this. Dinner is ready. Got the beans. Beans on lettuce. How much do you think this costs, Lauren?
50, not even, maybe
50
cents.
That's a good one.
Yeah, 50 cent.
Alright. Voila. Do you mind if I use a spoon on the rice?
I don't mind.
Good amount of rice. What would the pigeons do?
Keep eating. Eat until they're full.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. Would you like some cilantro, Lauren?
No. It's parsley.
Oh yeah, this is parsley. Oh, it did smell different. Nice.
It is different. I don't like cilantro. No culantro.
Why?
Because smells and tastes like soap to me.
So, that's weird. It's maybe nice and cleaning. All right. And for the piece of resistance, the famous Carb King sauce.
Is it sugar free?
It's almond flour, gluten-free, sugar-free. Thank you.
Zero fat. Yeah. Sliders.
The sliders. Ooh, coming in hot. Et voila. Dinner is served, sir. We've got carbs with carbs and more carbs. Enjoy your meal. Excellent strategy, sir. Well, Lauren, here's the game plan. We're gonna have sweet potatoes. You know how I like them, straight cooked. We got rice with beans. And on top of that, sugar. Enjoy your meal.
Excellent strategy, sir.
I'm a level 5 vegan. Carbs, got the fuck up, motherfuckers. Carb the fuck up. Rice, potatoes, beans, bananas, mangoes, dates, plantain, melons, blueberries, blackberries, malls. Skip them motherfucking carbohydrates. Enjoy vegan motherfuckers. Carb the fuck, carb the fuck, carb the fuck.
Here you go, buddy. Breakfast of champions.
It's a single-celled protein combined with synthetic aminos, vitamins, and minerals.
Everything the body needs.